Welcome to my channel, Geechee Line Journey. This is a Mother's Day vlog, combination Father's Day vlog. And I just want to recognize this person you see is a lady on the screen in several poses. That is my mother. She just made the age of 86 years old, 86 this week. And you see a picture of us here together. We went to a WNBA basketball game in Chicago. That had to be, and I want to say that may have been between 6 and 8 years ago. I had to look at the date. But anyway, I'm going to actually show a birthday. I don't know if you call it a birthday party, but we went out to this karaoke bar in downtown Chicago a few years ago. And you see a little video here of my mother dancing with somebody. Of course, she would still have been in her 80s doing this. And then you'll see my niece jump into the video, and my other niece with the mic. Again, this is doing the karaoke, and this was on one of my mother's birthdays. So I just thought that'd be nice to show that. But recently I did a video on my channel of my mother and father, both of them bowling. So this was like maybe last year, so that means both of them would have been in their mid-80s still bowling. Anyways, wanted to recognize her today. That's my mother. Just made 86. And thought people you might enjoy watching this, and hopefully I'm still just at least as vibrant and able to get around and do stuff when I'm 86.
Nobody know that. That's one of the songs you listen to, you do not sing it.
You not record, you record?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't see your light black.
Happy birthday, Grandma.
This translation in the two is you can see my mother still in this picture, but she's with a man. Guess who that is? That is my father, Billy Ray. And he's actually now 89 years old. And this was taken, I think, last year. We went out to eat, and this was doing really for my birthday. And I was just going to go with my mother. And then my father found out we were going, and then he kind of invited himself. So I told him, come on. So that was a rare occasion. I don't think we ever sat down and had a meal or anything between just the three of us since I've been an adult. But anyway, he was there, so we enjoyed that. And actually now you're going to be able to see another couple of pictures here. This first one is my father used to be a DJ, and also him and my mother and my aunt and a couple other friends, quote unquote, had a little go-go group. You know, they had a thing called go-go dancing back then. So my father, I guess, was the leader. My mother and my aunt were one of the go-go dancers. So obviously I wasn't thought of then. She probably wasn't even pregnant. So that means my mother had to be maybe 17. Then my father probably was around 19. So you can see him. So I don't know if people that know me, you can see some resemblance I have with both of them. But those were both, they were in their teens, and that's what they were doing. So to an extent, my father and mother were involved somewhat in the entertainment field, which of course I'm doing now. with Geechee Line Music Radio. And speaking of Geechee, where I got that from is you see a picture here, group picture here when I was about 2 years old, and you'll see the various people there, mainly in highlighted in yellow. You'll see my grandmother, Pamela. She's actually a Geechee. She never talked about it, even though while I was living under the same roof. I found out I was a Geechee, Gullah Geechee, from my aunt, who's a minister, Reverend Dr. A.R. Scanius, rest in peace on her. I'm going to be probably doing a segment showing the interview that I had with her, but that's how I found out I was a Geechee. But anyway, you'll also see my grandfather there, Grandpa David. And then right next to Grandpa David, you see me at about 2 years old. And you see my mother right there. And then my first cousin Marva and cousin Willa Mae. And then all the way on the left, you'll see my aunt Ollie Mae, who was the last surviving sibling of my great-grandfather Love and great-grandmother Mattie Scanius. So she had to be in her mid-80s. So she was the last survivor of that group. I think was 8 or 9 children that grandfather Love and Grandma Mattie had. I did get to meet Grandma Mattie when I was very small. Grandfather Love had already passed. But so we kind of covered the Mother's Day and the mother's birthday, the Father's Day, of course, giving recognition to him. He's still around at 89. And then transition into this next picture here. Let me give a shout out to my other grandma, Arlene, who was my mother's mother. And this probably had to be taken, I want to say maybe between 6 and 8 years ago, maybe, at her house. And you can see my mother there and the lady on my left. On the left there, of course, is my daughter. I probably was the one holding the camera. So that's why I'm not in the picture. But that's my other grandmother, Grandma Arlene. She passed away, rest in peace, on 2018 at the age of 100. I actually was staying in her house at that time that she passed. I had just returned from a trip to Mexico, and I asked could I stay over there with her for a while because I didn't want to go back home, quote unquote, because of the turmoil there, which I won't get into. But she lived to be 100. So that's just a note on that. And then through her, I have, some Irish descent there. But the lady on the left, of course, that is my daughter. So that brings me to my own self being a father and being recognized during Father's Day. This lady here, young lady here, girl here is the one, is the reason why I can say that I'm a father. She's my only child. Her name is Kizzy, and Kizzy did not come from TV. As it turns out, I have 2 aunts named Kizzy, and obviously with their father being born in Africa, I'm pretty sure he was the one that was involved in naming my aunts. And this was told direct to me by my Aunt Kizzy's other aunt, sister, who I actually interviewed her as well. But anyway, you see a few pictures of her. This one here, you see she's under a portrait of Marcus Garvey, and she's wearing kind of an African style garb. we had Kizzy in a private African-centered, Black-centered school. So this was during that time this picture was taken. And then you can see a couple other pictures that she took here. This one here is ironic too. She's wearing a Nala t-shirt, which is a lion. And you know I'm known as Geechee Lion. So here's my daughter wearing a lion cub shirt. So that's appropriate on that. And then you see this other picture here, this next one. I don't know if you're familiar with the girl group called TLC. So this is my daughter looking like Left Eye Lopez from the group TLC. As you can see, she's duded up in that. And then here's another picture of her. Look like she got an apron on. I don't know what she's supposed to be painting, cooking, or what. But that's her there. And then I guess finally you can see the picture of this was most recently taken on my last trip to America. As you can see, I'm standing next to her. This was taken December 2025. And I was blessed, greatly blessed to be able to be there at my daughter's graduation ceremony. And I was able to be there. Her mother wasn't able to be there, but I was able to be there. And I'm glad that things happened and turned out that I was able to actually be in the United States to be able to see my daughter graduate into one of her chosen careers here, which is in criminal justice. So that's it. Just cover the gamut here. Recognize my mother, dad, and my daughter. So this is the full circle, past, present, and future here of Geechee Lion. So thank you all for watching this, and this is really the family may appreciate this. I'll be sharing this. And again, you can like, share, subscribe. This kind of gives you insight on some insight on my background and what's going on. Happy Mother's Day and birthday to my mother, Dolores. Happy Father's Day to Grandpa David and my father, Billy Ray. And then happy Father's Day to me because I'm actually a father because of my daughter, Kizzy. Thank you all for watching. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and go to my other station, which is Geechee Lion Music Radio, and follow me and subscribe to that channel as well. Thank you.